Howdy folks, welcome back to another out of spec renew video, and today you join me with a fancy new tool that I just picked up, and I'm pretty excited about it, and I couldn't help but kind of show it off. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so this right here is a BendPak EVS 4500 EV battery lift table. And I just want to say right off the bat here, this is not a sponsored video, but if BendPak does want to be a sponsor, I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it. But I have been looking for a battery lift table for quite a while, and I was actually planning on waiting until after my move to North Carolina to pick one up. But this one happened to pop up on a public surplus auction, and I couldn't pass up the opportunity to get a really good deal on this thing. These normally sell for about $11,000 MSRP. This one I managed to snag for $3,600 plus auction fees, so all in it ended up being just under $4,000. So over half off. And this was basically brand new. It actually belonged to the city of Menlo Park. They've got a big fleet of EVs. They've got a bunch of F-150 Lightnings, some Teslas, I think some Chevy Equinox EVs. And their previous shop supervisor bought this lift table with kind of some leftover money that they had in the budget. And they ended up never really using it. It just kind of sat around. They never even had unwrapped the plastic and stuff off of it. I literally just peeled the plastic off the top of this thing like 10 minutes ago. Still had bubble wrap on the handle. They'd never put hydraulic fluid in it. So I got all that set up this morning. And full disclosure, I actually have used this once already. I had a kind of a quick turnaround job that I needed to get finished up this morning. And man, is this thing really awesome for getting this stuff done. For those of you that don't know, in the past, I've been using just a big fixed height metal table here. So usually what I do is I set the battery on top of the table, and then I would raise the car off of the battery, and then lower the car back onto the battery to do battery installations. But this has got sort of all the tricks in the book to make battery installations, or even other stuff like subframes and that kind of thing, super simple. And like I said, I was looking at the market for battery lift tables for quite a while before I decided that I wanted to go with one of these. I thought about buying one from like AliExpress from China. I looked at a couple different sites that sell just automotive service equipment, and there's just nothing else on the market that really had all the features that this one had. And despite it being one of the more expensive options, I really just kind of had to have it. So let me just kind of give you guys a little overview of all the stuff that this thing can do. So this thing's got all sorts of really neat features. Down here at the bottom, you can see it's got these triple casters. These are often called theater casters, actually, and they were originally designed for theater sets. And it makes things a lot easier to move. It's a lot easier to change direction. Normally, if you have one caster per corner, and especially if you're trying to change direction, it's really hard to get the thing to move in the direction that you want it to. Whereas this, even though this table weighs like 2,000 pounds, I can change it any direction I want without any issues. You might have noticed there's a little bit of water sloshing around in there. This thing sat on the trailer overnight and on my drive up here yesterday, and it got rained on quite a bit, so it still hasn't completely dried out. Other stuff that it's got, of course, it's got this big handle on the front of it. This actually stows away. It has these little pins that you can slide in, and then the handle stows underneath of it, so it doesn't have to be in your way. And then we've also got adjustable corners. So all four of these corners have these crank wheels where you can crank them up and down to adjust your leveling. So if the floor is not perfectly level in relation to the bottom of the car, you can get all that set up with this. It also has a slip plate. So if I remove that pin, as well as the one back here, this whole top plate actually kind of just floats around. And I think it moves maybe 1.5 or 2 inches in any direction. So that really helps with alignment. So if the battery's not perfectly lined up with where it needs to be in the car, rather than trying to have to move the whole table and fight with it, you could just move that slip plate to get it moved around just where it needs to be to get everything lined up. And that's always a little bit of a struggle, especially when dealing with stuff like rapid mate connectors on the Model S and X packs, is trying to shove the battery pack around on the table. Just those little minuscule movements, if you need to move it like 1/4 of an inch, it's kind of hard to get it to move like that, especially in the direction that you want it to go. Again, you're fighting the caster wheels when you're doing that. If it wasn't self-explanatory by the name of this thing, the EVS 4500, it has a 4,500 pound lift capacity, which is way more than I'll ever need. They do make a smaller version of this. It's a 3,000 pound, and I think they used to make a 2,400 pound one. Not so sure that they make that one anymore. But yeah, way more lift capacity than I would ever need. I mean, even a battery pack out of a Silverado or a Hummer or an Escalade is about 3,000 pounds. So well within the capabilities of this thing. In fact, there's a lot of vehicles that I could lift the whole car with this table. And of course, this thing is battery powered, so it just has a big 12 volt deep cycle battery in there. It has a cord to plug it in to recharge it, but you don't have to have it plugged in when you're using it. So it's just got a little hand pendant control with a, just a stop button, and it just has an up button. So it goes up just like you'd expect. It's got safety locks. I don't know if you can hear the lock engaging, but it just has a little locking mechanism on there. When you press down, it automatically disengages the lock with a little, what's the right word? It just has a little solenoid that disengages the safety lock, and then it opens the valve so that the table can go down. It goes down pretty slow when you don't have a lot of weight on it. But of course you really don't want it to go down too fast anyways. And there actually is a valve that you can kind of adjust as well. Right now I have it fully maxed out so that it gets maximum flow through that little valve. But you can actually turn it down to make it move even slower if you want to. What other stuff has it got? It's got some trays on both sides, so if you're removing all the fasteners and stuff from the battery, you can go ahead and just stow them away in the trays. It's got a big tray on the back as well. And it came with a few accessories. There's a lot of other accessories that these can come with that this one didn't. So there's all these little holes in the lid where you can bolt down jigs and fixtures so that you can drop down subframes and stuff. This didn't come with any of those. I might consider either buying some or I might even just make my own. Wouldn't be too complicated to have some pieces laser cut and then just weld everything together, and that way I can make it exactly how I want it. The only stuff that it did come with is it came with a bunch of these rubber blocks. So you can just put those on the table, and then you've got a little bit of space between the battery and the tabletop itself. So anyway, kind of handy, not super necessary, but it is an option that's there. Yeah, and it's also got floor locks. So on each side there's a floor lock mechanism. So you just push that down and it locks the table in place so that it can't move. Just unlock it with your foot as well. I think that's pretty much all the features on this thing. I'm actually about to install the battery pack on this Model X, and I think I'm just going to throw the battery on this table and kind of show you guys how it works actually in action. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this battery installed in this Model X. Pretty close lined up. I just need to give this thing a little tweak that way, and then I can keep pushing it forward. Pushed it a little too much. All these wheels on it. Relatively straightforward. Just kind of grab on and push it or pull it whichever way you have to. I think we're close enough there to at least raise it up into position. then we can kind of go from there. Well, the real benefit that I'm really happy about with this thing is that when I'm doing these installations with just that fixed height table, you've got to, of course, your battery's sitting at about this height. So I end up having to crouch down under the car in order to get it lined up and have all the bolts go in and all that stuff. Whereas with this, it's right here at working height. It's just right above my head, and I don't have to mess around with it too much. I'm going to give it just a little push that way, and I think we're pretty dang close. And of course, lining up the rapid mate will be nice too, because again, I'm not having to crouch down under the car and fiddle around with the borescope camera. Right here, I can just do it right here standing up, which is going to be super nice. Keep going up here. And get it close. And I think I'm going to try and unlock our slip plate here to do the fine-tuning adjustment on this. Now, of course, with the slip plate undone, it's going to want to rotate, not rotate, but it's going to want to slide in whichever direction the table is facing. So that is the downside to it. But if I can get it pretty close to level here, it shouldn't want to slide too much on its own. Of course, I can kind of stand back here, push it in the direction that I want. Of course, catch on the fender liner there. And now my phone's ringing. So let me grab that, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, finished up on the phone there. Let's keep going up here. Looks like I need to go a bit forward. Okay, let me grab my borescope camera, and I'm going to verify and make sure our rapid mates are lined up. And assuming they are, we should be good to send this thing the rest of the way home. All right, let's go ahead and see how close we are to getting this thing lined up. I'll go ahead and get the borescope lined up the way that I want it to be. And we'll check for alignment on our pins here. Okay, so that one is a little bit off. Which way do we need to go? Looks like we need to go forward. Okay, so I think if I just push up forward on this a little bit, basically be lined up. That looks about perfect. Try and hold that pressure on it. Check our low voltage rapid mate. Make sure it looks good as well. This one's always harder to see, but I think we're good. Okay, so I'm just going to try and leave this one right here where I can see it on the high voltage side. I'm going to continue going up with the table. Okay, it looks like we're perfectly lined up there. And same back here. So we'll pull that back out. And I'm just going to send this home the rest of the way. Okay. And then, now that we're basically in position, I can do the fine tuning and bring it up a little bit on the corners if I need to. Like it looks like up there on the front, I might need to bring that corner up. How about the other one? The other one too, probably. So I'll bring the front up just a little bit with the crank wheels. That way the pack's fully seated. I can drive all the bolts home, and then we should be good to go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to use these crank wheels to crank up the front of the battery, get it into position where I want it. or at least close enough. And I want to be able to confirm that my bolt holes all line up. These ones at the very front are oftentimes kind of a limiting factor for alignment. So get those ones in, started, or at least got the one side. This one still needs to go up. Okay. Okay, we've got those in. I can go ahead and do the ones on both sides. And once all those are in, we should be able to drop the table back down and I can get all the fasteners that go sort of in the center areas of the battery. Alrighty, battery's all bolted in. I can go ahead and lower our table down. And we can go ahead and get the student out of the way. Well, there you have it, folks. That's pretty much all that there really is to show with this thing. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase just how cool of a tool this thing really is, and I'm super excited to be able to finally have one. Like I said, I've been looking to try and get one of these for quite some time, and I couldn't be happier. I can't believe I've been living without something like this for so long. But yeah, that's pretty much it. With the move coming up, I am probably going to be doing a little bit of some different videos coming up here. Not everything's going to be necessarily a repair video. So you might see some more stuff, maybe not quite like this. This is just kind of a one-time thing just because I was super excited about this. But I'm going to have some videos coming up on some sort of conceptual topics regarding some serviceability topics, and yeah, all that kind of stuff. So make sure to stay tuned to see that stuff coming. I do, of course, still have some repair videos as well, but of course, as things are winding down at the shop here in preparation for the move, I've got less of that stuff to be able to film. But hopefully, once I get set up in North Carolina, I'll be going full bore, pumping out more repair videos for you guys to see. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching.